Renewable energy and big name or the white man came for sources of energy. I mean natural forms of energy when we harnessing for producing power. For example, in Solomon, using sun for solar, and then using the river stream for hydro, and then some sources more some biomass, what they are, any kind steam, for example GPP oil we are using this was biomass plot were producing steam and then obtaining power. Renewable energy and just the forms of energy where not finished, also using by regenerating, so regrow and we continue for using. And the good thing about him now is no give out hazardous effects for contribute to climate change and global warming. I think a small definition is giving renewable energy.
Solomon Islands, like most Pacific Island countries, is dependent heavily on fossil fuel for its diesel-driven power generation and transportation. Its ever-increasing importation of reconditioned vehicles for its already congested roads and diesel for its power generation, as well as kerosene widely used in rural communities, contributed immensely to increased emission of greenhouse gases. The trend in energy consumption in all Pacific Island countries is the same everywhere, with Solomon Islands having to brace itself in the face of rising prices and vulnerability to climate change, which necessitates the introduction of renewable energy to mitigate greenhouse gases. Vulnerability to climate change is a living reality of the 21st century. Extreme weather conditions now experienced in low-lying atolls of Solomon Islands is a living testimony to climate change. This leaves Solomon Islands at a crossroad to take significant steps in mitigating greenhouse gases emissions. Taking the lead is the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, which has in recent years implemented initiatives to promote productive use of renewable energy as a source of energy that is cost-effective and at the same time mitigate GHG emissions. Solomon Islands' renewable targets for the Millennium Development Goals is 50% of its electricity will be from renewable energy by the year 2015. This may seem unrealistic or far-fetched. However, it does indicate a challenge to which the government, together with donor partners and other stakeholders, aimed at achieving, even if it would take some more years after 2015. In a show of commitment, Solomon Islands government has earmarked $5 million to implement renewable energy projects in partnership with Pacific Islands Greenhouse Gas Abatement through Renewable Energy Project, PIGGAREP, and other donors. Solomon Islands places great emphasis on the productive use of renewable energy. In as far as energy development is concerned, the national government mandated the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification to devise clean and renewable energy options, such as hydropower, geothermal, solar power, wind power and other clean energy development potentials in the country, more significantly to reduce fuel import. Solomon Islands is a heavy consumer of fossil fuel. a dependency that accounts for 22% of its average total imports each year, at a volume of more than 130 million litres of fossil fuel in 1 year. Between 1996 and 2010, Solomon Islands oil import increased by 12%. The figure was about 14% in 1996, and it slowly increased to about 26% in 2010. From 2000 to 2010, Solomon Islands spent $2.9 billion Solomon on fuel alone. With the rising cost of fuel and the drain on its economy, it is high time that the country looks towards alternative energy sources. With its dollar-dependent economy, Solomon Islands as a nation is conscious of the huge cost in fuel import and the adversity of fossil oil usage on the environment. As the graph indicates, the cost of oil import had increased exponentially towards the middle of the last decade, and this will be hard-hitting for the economy. Solomon Islands does not take this lightly, and to show for its commitment, the government, through the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, has already initiated renewable energy projects in rural communities and has also accepted donor support to promote rural electrification in the use of solar power and development of micro-hydro schemes. It is hoped that the promotion of rural electrification through the use of renewable energy will improve living standards in rural areas, increase study time of rural-based students, enhance quality health services, and with the use of renewable energy, rural families will be able to generate income for their basic needs at the village level. Through partnership support from Republic of China and Solomon Islands government, initiatives have been taken to mitigate GHG through use of solar power. This saw the first installation of grid-connected solar photovoltaics on the forecourt of the Prime Minister's office in Honiara.
Generally, aims and objectives below Energy Department, side law rural electrification, seems a bit broad here, but since image is starting no more, we will basically concentrate law electrification law the schools, especially the rural boarding schools. We think we are at just this year we will start for going to rural health centers. So aim here is just to assist these institutions, make them put him down now. This will cost for spending law petroleum for basic energy needs below.
Yeah, me come under Ministry of Mines and Energy. Yeah, the positive impact of this project now, both teachers, students and parents. Or get like for favor amna for come here. Teachers blow well look at Central Province or get a hanger for come here because of solar power, where other schools or get still for buying kerosene. Students too or get prefer for Kamlo Gelelau because of this solar power him garem, and also got parents too. Okay, like him too much now, but picking block it, or come school here and over the garem night studies look at solar power.
The Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, in its ongoing program for schools, has installed solar photovoltaics at Gelaila Community High School in Central Islands Province.
Yeah, Mihala Sare. Look at especially one for solar panel and battery or bulb good here. Mihala use him na school grant for replacing Mogeta. not solar panel, batteries and bulb no. In fact, school grant him eligible expenses we have using grant no. Panel him not allowed.
Mostly some of the sustainability aspect of project we are implementing. For example, this one rural boarding school electrification. Or come in training of teachers. Or funding this training after implementation for training of teachers for using now technologies here, especially solar. Solar. Or funding trainings for teachers. I think we are running 3 trainings finished for what teachers where schools we are installing solar lamp. And then recently just Santana or the funding this is a full installation. Government funding procurement, equipment and SPREP funding the installation for installing every system lot houses, and then training of the community for using solar. So SPREP and one of our supporting agency where I'm supporting government this rural electrification program.
Solomon Islands is looking towards providing for its rural communities the forms of renewable energy that is proven efficient, healthy, clean and affordable, while at the same time provide means of energy through which people can utilize for commercial activities right where they live in rural communities. One such program is in Mikira Ulua province, where the first 50 residential houses on Gupuna village on Santa Ana Island received solar photovoltaic for lighting purposes only under a pilot project initiated by the Energy Division of the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification. The solar home system was procured by Solomon Islands government, and their installation as well as other logistical costs was borne by the Secretariat of the Pacific Regional Environment Programme, Global Environment Facility, implemented through funds provided by the United Nations Development Programme. This small intervention, like the solar home system on Santa Ana, is envisaged to positively impact on the standard of living of the rural dwellers. It would not only raise the standard of health, but also enhance income-generating activities. But to most ordinary villagers, renewable energy source like solar power is the answer to the rising cost of kerosene.
Help move in the time help a lot. You got exciting expenses. For example, na kerosene you spend about 2,400. You got 1,200. You got 1 year neighborian. Man time ka mapa worry about no kerosene. Another thing. Help mo iga ka tagar faiga na pongyen ne tagar fier na maramanga mana carving mana as well as repair mana engine sila na tani ke repair system ka tana tagar faran ka iga na pongyen manganda paganaura na fishing gears mana
Generally, people in Solomon Islands have some idea of the impacts of climate change and what it means to resort to alternative renewable energy technologies. With the rising cost of kerosene, which is about $1 per 350 milliliters in rural areas, people have noted the significance of solar-powered lighting for homes in villages, as this energy is readily available. It is not uncommon to find a couple of houses in rural villages with solar photovoltaic lighting. Solomon Islands government, in partnership with the Secretariat of the Pacific Regional Environment Programme, SPREP, under the PIGGAREP project, and the private sector have bolstered their programs in an effort to overcome barriers to the widespread and cost-effective use of feasible renewable energy technologies. A success story born out of sheer innovation through years of trials and challenges in solar power is Willis Electrics and Solar Power Company. This indigenous locally owned company specializes in solar photovoltaic and general electrical products. The company has established itself as a professional in renewable energy technology products. The company has branches and associate members in many of the provinces of Solomon Islands, as it provides solar assistance to schools, clinics and rural communities through special initiatives of its own making.
Use of green ND like solar power and other things also. And very, very useful to us for me Solomon Islands for think positive lohem. And me looking solar is one of the source of energy where many Solomon Islanders you may not realize them that have access here and have accessible too. In in access where everybody should access him.
There are abundant water sources in most islands of Solomon Islands. However, what is lacking is to bring water conveniently and efficiently to people's easy access right next to their houses.
On the side low, because first time if I using petrol, if I using na pump petrol for pump up. So time if I solar him come, if I also no spend him slain for paying petrol mana. If I wait no more time, sa him vote, kasi hapas 8 or 9 or 7 what time inside low tank so if I using.
Come back,
The government of Solomon Islands is embarking on certain renewable energy projects. One such project is the California Solar Water Pump Project, which serve more than 100 people in the Guadalcanal Plains.
Whole community and the water school where staff loan down here. Come up with them after school or student drink, sometimes training center, what no current water because using petrol, time what run out low petrol, what's how come using so.
Yeah, mana.
The water pump uses solar power, replacing a system in the past using petrol to run pump to pump water into a tank which supplied it to the villagers. Now the villagers don't even have to spend a cent in buying fossil fuel for the system, as it uses a readily available source of energy, the sun.
At time sun, but no problem na, mi wala flow with him water so lang go evening one time.
Solomon Islands is apparently moving in the right track towards the attainment of its goal in as far as renewable energy is concerned. This may seem far-fetched given the scattered nature of the country and the cost involved to introduce all communities to renewable energy. But it is a task to which the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, the private sector, donor partners, together with the keen support of SPREP under the PIGGAREP program, have already set in motion. Renewable energy technologies is envisaged as the possible alternative source of energy that is suitable for Solomon Islands communities and the rest of the Pacific. A lot more is yet to be done in carrying out feasibility studies, ensuring proper usage and management of renewable energy technologies in communities. Solomon Islands is no exception. However, the country has gained considerable understanding from its past renewable energy project initiatives through the country. But we have come to a dawning of a new era, and among others, one other way forward to mitigate greenhouse gases is to turn to renewable energy technologies.
Santa Ana Island, located 8 kilometers from the eastern tip of Makira, has a population of about 4,000 spread over 3 villages, namely Natagera, Nefinotogo, and Rupuna. A small island surrounded by sandy beaches and fringing reefs, and has in recent years experienced adverse effects of climate change, such as sea level rise and coastal erosion. In 2009, Rupuna village was identified as recipient of the first 50 solar PV home system purchased by Solomon Islands government, with of course additional assistance from the Secretariat of the Pacific Regional Environment Program. It is a climate change project coordinated by the Energy Division of the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification in Solomon Islands. The initial installation of the first 50 solar PV home system on 50 recommended residential houses at Rupuna village.
John, chief in Marauka, of happy Yarewunian Kanatakan program ni tenu na government and organization master in Nafaga, can make the money gamika. Sida na Marauka, Moramami spent in Nafaga, okay, Tangan Gokino, not Canaurea. Tatamani na community yaku, tamanda karigan education, na itarafia ka homework kay tayo na pungiana. Time ni pass, mana kita tarafia na pungiana, surya na map, kasilenta na light. Aka, kita tarafia na homework, study, na itamanda na ka karigan sa education. Nikau, au gidan, heven na gida faufa, iga natin na faufa, iga na anga minang marong makatang ay fauwuringena, makritani na pungiana. Sena light kirang mora faida. Ati kena mangana. Iga na gidan fi kunke. Iga tanga na ati kena mora ka mitaksia won tamani gami ka faida. Wa tamu kan ko ina no upani tengko nenya ka. Sola ni rama kita gami matene na ko makbagi ta ka finga na pungiana. Mina matena ka pungiana maka kita ta finga ka finga suna na sola ke mau. Yu. Ka kita tanu anak mora ka gide isiana. Na iya ka tengiana mina pungiana nana mon no thank you fan kon na solaka ke okay nikau an kan type au segiana ka no mata na pungiana ma ka segia dan kan type ke no mata au ta fa fatona ya pungiana ma ka na ka na ka ya pungiana atken na gira osiana ke.
It was the dawning of a new era, an awakening to a much cleaner, safer, healthier and cheaper form of lighting in rural areas, anticipated to help in mitigating buildup of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere by using renewable energy, one of which is solar photovoltaics.
Help move na time ka help a lot. Iga ka exciting expenses, for example na kerosene kersinika spend him about 2,400 igaka 1,200 igaka 1 year neburian man time ka mapai worry about no kersin. Another thing help mo igaka tagar faiga na pongyen ne tagar fier na maramanga mana carving mana as well as repair man ancient sila na tani ke repair system ka tana tagar faron kai gana pongyen manganda paganaura na fishing gears mana you name it require ka mone tagar fier ni kai ga ka pongyen.
Amala wisa nga ikaw rin ang matanan ni Mlatero Sima. Ang starting drama.
At this point of time, we want to say thank you for Solomon Islands government and SPREP for providing assistance for solar lights where community blooming for Logupuna current this time. Him making one of a great difference along education side because so at the beginning long school this time so making more homework long night. Whereas before could not stop doing this for worker from more lighting long house before him down on the beginning so we get blind long him and this time him good enough for education long what beginning long year long community blooming.
Saya tiga na solar na may nakaga na dumaga na kay tenot improvement tanga ka ay ni na community na ka dua way na ni ka mama na kerosene ni so na kerosene ka tense system na poison na ki tanamatay na ka inhaling ka evaporation niga o na karika toto ka marawan poisonous amay na ka na solar na ka apen improvement tanga na community penda ka ana suku ke improve ka respiratory system yata na kare mare pa ka manawa mare pa ka asthma ni tanda na kare min improve ka education standard yata mga nausum na light ka stati ka nakbongin niya ka solar system na may tagrafiga ka ape na maraw pa tanjay ka nga na community finwaka plus na expenses ka na kerosene ni kawen kumana gira 40 mo na kay board ga karen tengin na ayusum na kerosene kay ka livelihood tiata na ni finwana kay improve mina health study tiata kay korowol mina maybe na tanga study happy tiata na kana sukuru bene ke koro nika ua ngaya ra mo na mo mga na ka kurete ka na sola system na may petition ni tinata
Okay, me now, Obed Masina, me, what committees now are choosing me for secretary and treasurer of this solar power, where I was setting long Lupuna. Okay, time me for meet for long committee states, me will meet for discussing this for $30 for pay every month for maintenance fee me will hear him that stuck people I would support them. 2-3 others I would not support them because it might be what no karim seleni. But stuck people now I would support them as well. $30 for maintenance fee. So this time if I go ahead for continue for paying, we will start with June now. We will start with June for paying this for maintenance fee, $30 here. People would continue for pay this time. Some others would pay in advance, would pay 3 months in advance. Some others pay 2 months in advance. But stuck a few people would not pay this month here till June. So me as a secretary, treasurer, we still wait for people for come pay month of June, this for the month of June. And if people not own up, then by me start for write for them for paying this for the month of June. So I'm now about this for payment here, where me with the committees with them Nixon, I would put them forward for me for about this for $30 here. But stuck people would still complain that any feet for move down
in May
$20 or $25. But something where members now whereby I would decide on at sometimes in the future, but at the present time we will continue for $30 where we will put in forward finish for people for paying. So I'm now small story where I'm come behind this for $30 here.
The small intervention like the solar PV home system on Santa Ana is envisaged to positively impact on the standard of living of the rural dwellers, raising their standard of health and enhance study habits of school children.